Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Poetry for Pronunciation. And today's poem is The Star by Sara Teasdale. And this poem is suitable for anyone up to a B1 level in English. And I'm also going to do a little glossary at the end of the poem for some of the B2 and over words. Okay, so you can learn a few of the more advanced words that are used in the poem. But for now, I hope you enjoy the reading of the poem. And don't forget, once you have listened, you can turn down your volume and recite the poem yourself to enjoy the vocabulary that's being used and practice your pronunciation. So here we go. A white star born in the evening glow looked to the round green world below and saw a pool in a wooded place that held like a jewel her mirrored face. She said to the pool, O wondrous deep, I love you, I give you my light to keep. O more profound than the moving sea, that never has shown myself to be. O fathomless as the sky is far, hold forever your tremulous star. But out of the woods as night grew cool, a brown pig came to the little pool. It grunted and splashed and waded in, and the deepest place but reached its chin. The water gurgled with tender glee, and the mud churned up in it turbidly. The star grew pale and hid her face in a bit of floating cloud like lace. So there we are, a beautiful poem by Sara Teasdale, and there are some gorgeous words in there. So I'm going to start with the glossary. And the words for B2 and above are fathomless, tremulous, grunted, splashed, waded, gurgled, glee, mud, churned, turbidly, and lace. Now, I'm not going to give definitions and explanations for all of these words, but I've selected a few that I think would be helpful in your everyday English conversation. So I've just chosen those to go through with you now. So the first one is fathomless, which is an adjective, and it basically means to be so deep, in fact, that we cannot see or know how deep it is. So, for example, she stared or she looked at the fathomless ocean. And the next word is grunted, which is a verb and it's the past tense of to grunt. And the word grunted describes a sound or a noise, a kind of sound that is often associated with the pig, with a pig, the animal. So if you can imagine the sound that a pig makes, this is the sound we're referring to. And we often use the word grunted to describe the noise we make when we are doing hard work, or maybe we are in pain, or maybe just a little bit annoyed or grumpy. So, for example, he grunted loudly as he lifted the heavy box. And the next word is splashed, which is another verb and is the past tense of to splash. And we use this word to describe the action that is caused when a liquid is spilt or thrown or falls in an irregular way. So think of water, think of cups of tea, think of any liquids that splash or fall in an irregular way. So, for example, the kids splashed about in the pool. And the next word is gurgled, which is another verb and it is the past tense of to gurgle. Now, this is another word that's associated with sounds, a special type of sound. In this case, this is a sound associated or connected to water or liquids. So maybe water coming out of a bottle or water going down the sink, these kind of gurgling noises as water trickles away. So, for example, my stomach gurgled because I was so hungry. And the next word is glee, which is a noun, glee. And this is used to describe a feeling of happiness and delight, as in his face lit up with glee. And we might often say that somebody is feeling gleeful. And the next word is mud, which is a noun. And mud is a great word. I think everybody should know this word. It's the brown, soft earth that we see probably everywhere around us. Maybe not so much if you live in a really big city, but we call earth that is a little bit soft or wet with water mud. So, for example, after the rain, the garden was full of mud, and kids often make mud pies, we say in English. So when kids are making big mountains out of mud, we call these mud pies. And the final word today that I have chosen to share with you is lace, which is a noun, and it is the name of a type of fabric or material that is probably kind of old fashioned these days, but it's very fine, it's very beautiful, ornate, and decorative, very, very gorgeous. Maybe our grandparents or our grandmothers used to make this with their hands. And we can give an example of she wore a beautiful dress trimmed with lace. And I hope the little picture helps to explain this particular type of material. So there we go. That's the poem for today and the glossary. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you might remember one or two words from this lovely poem and go ahead and practice your pronunciation. And I will see you next time. Bye.